Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome to another Five Nights at Freddy's video. We're actually going to be talking about a subject that spans across Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and the first game, and then we'll also talk about how it could link into the third game. So yeah, let's get into it right now. So if we go ahead and look at the game files, you'll find an unused life mechanic. So this was in the first game and the second game, and the lives icon looks a lot like Scott's avatar with the running guy. I'll show you that in a bit. Maybe I'll put it up there right now. But the lives mechanic was most likely used for a couple things. It possibly in the first game could have been for death. So pretty much how it would have worked is if you didn't reach 5 a.m. you would, let's say you'd start the game with like 5 lives. So each time you die or you get captured by an animatronic, you'd lose a life. And then if you lose all your lives, it's a complete game over. You have to start over. That's very possible considering the fact that there was 5 nights and then a 6th night. That didn't really explain anything. It was just more of a challenge to get the star. It was a harder night. And then we obviously know above that there was 20-20-20. But it could have been used for that also. You know, it could have been used for night 6 exclusively maybe. If you also think about what it could have been used for in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it definitely could have been used for the mini-games. Maybe they were planned out more in depth, and they were going to be a lot longer, and then they were ended up cutting for time, or they just wanted to show what the mini-games did and what they were explaining, and they didn't necessarily need to be that long themselves. So that's definitely a possibility. Also, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, there is the main game, so it possibly could have been the same thing that's theorized with the first game, where if you die, you just go to your next life, and then if you lose all your lives, then it's a game over. You most likely would have been given 6 lives, you know, 1 life per night or something like that. Maybe get double the nights. Now, there's also something that's a lot more interesting, which is a toxicity meter. And if you don't know what this is, it would just be like something that warns you when it's toxic. It's an empty meter in the game actually. I'll go and put it on screen, but it's really unknown if it was meant to be used in the main game or the death mini games. No, this is exclusive to the second game. If you go in the files of the first game, you'll not find this, but you will find something labeled toxic if you go through the second game's menu files. So what this was most likely used for was probably like one out of 2 things. One of those things being when you put on the mask, it would have had a toxicity meter. This also links back to what Scott said about Foxy being too hard to beat, because if you think about it, if you can only have the mask on for a limited time, and then Foxy jumps on you when you have the mask on, let's say like Balloon Boy or Chica or something's in your vents, then you would put the mask on to keep them from coming in. But the issue with that is Foxy would be right there, and you would only be able to have the mask on for a limited time, so that would have made the game extremely hard. And if you remember Scott saying that, that actually makes quite a bit of sense. The other thing it could have been used for is possibly like sanity, right? So if you're around the old animatronics too much, since, you know, the children's bodies are on them, maybe you lose sanity and your mind goes toxic, something like that. Could be used as an analogy. The other thing it could have been used for was possibly like the rotting bodies just being around you, and that's toxic. That's also a possibility. Or it could have been used in the minigames. Maybe you possibly played as the Purple Man, and once again the bodies were toxic, so you couldn't be around them for that long. Because in the minigames, besides where he stabs Freddy, you always see him standing away from the animatronics, so that is a huge possibility. This is obviously before all the children were dead. This was when they were in the process of being killed at Freddy Fazbear's, or not Freddy Fazbear's, Fredbear's Family Diner. So yeah, he was standing away from them, so it's possible that people are affected by that. Definitely rotting bodies isn't something that you want to be taking in. And then the last one is actually a strange skull that was found in the game files. It's just an image. I'll try and find the image for you guys, but it depicts part of a skull's face. I will be having a video on this. A lot of people think there's possibly skulls been found in certain animatronics, so I'll have a video up on that. Yeah, we'll work on getting a video up on that tomorrow, and then I will annotate to it, but it says the upper teeth are visible with black streaming from the only visible eye. So it looks like there was an eye, there was teeth, just all sorts of stuff. This possibly could have been in the old animatronics. Maybe when the old animatronics are scanning you or something like that, you'd actually be able to see the skull inside of them, or maybe at the end of the night when you get captured, or just whenever you get captured. It doesn't actually have to be the end of the night, but maybe whenever you got caught and you were stuffed in the, what was it, the supply room, you would actually see into old Freddy, and you would be able to see a skull. So yeah, definitely skulls and eyes and teeth and stuff being visible in the old animatronics would make a whole lot of sense, especially since Phone Guy was saying that they're in the first game that the only thing that would see the light of day would be, I'm pretty sure it would just be your teeth, right? Did he just say teeth? I think he just said teeth, so this would make a lot of sense. All these kind of link together. So now what about Five Nights at Freddy's 3? He could possibly be bringing back one of these ideas. I think he's definitely going to bring the skulls back and put skulls in the old animatronics, and we'll finally get to see them. The toxic meter definitely, I think, will be incorporated in the third game. And then last of all, there'd be the lives feature, which I don't think the lives feature will be used unless he brings back some mini games, and they would have to be harder to incorporate a lives feature, because you know that you don't really lose the old mini games, you kind of just go through them. So yeah, I wanted to share this with you guys, all the unused content, how it could possibly link into Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.